Slam. Sorry. Yeah, I like the Grim Patron a lot too.
How long before he gets old?
I guess 2 weeks.
Okay. So 2 weeks before we see whether or not there's counterplay to it.
But look at Kolento's hand.
That's really solid. A weapon removal, a wild growth in the Shade of Nax with the coin curve. Like, you want to talk about curving.
I guess you can even not coin out the Wild Growth. You don't worry about being fast.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to
You can just play Wild Growth in 2, then...
The faster you get the Shade out, but there's no brawl, so it's
No,
never
no,
going to
there's no
die,
brawl.
right?
You, like, I feel in this situation, in this matchup, you can just leave the Shade on board till you win. And that's it. Unless, of course, you have to trade because there's like 2 Armor Smith on board.
Yeah, I keep thinking, though, because this is a pretty favorite matchup in my head for the Warrior.
I don't think so, like, after seeing this
After
draw.
this hand, yeah, I think this is definitely not the hand.
And there's the
referring
Savage Roar, okay, so half of the combo already in hand. So
Yep.
I guess you play the Wild Growth next turn, and if there will be a weapon from Strifecro,
Yeah, you could have gone for Harrison Jones at that point.
Well, he disagrees,
Yeah.
wants to play Shadow Maximum as one turn earlier.
Before the double whirlwind.
Maybe, but
Maybe that's
if you,
it, but I
if
think
you
it's
push your
weird, yeah.
opponent for double whirlwind so early,
You're ahead.
you're ahead.
Yeah, by far. The Strifecro going for the Fiery War Axe, potentially.
And the Fairy Warwick makes sense because now when you saw the Wild Growth, and it might be like Innervate, let's say, whatever, right?
Anything, yeah, innervate, whatever.
Then you
that's
can
the-
have the slam attack option.
He finds another weapon.
Now that's kind of unfortunate because
Yeah.
you just played the first weapon. But on the other hand, it's kind of fortunate because the Harrison Jones will most likely destroy the Fairy War Axe.
Which, I guess in this matchup, you might want to hold it for Deathbite. You might want to
Might-
just, like,
yeah.
reduce like the value that you get from the Fiery Potential
Might
War
make
Axe.
sense. You're right. And the Druid of the Claw will be used most of the time as a removal for the Frothing Berserker.
Yeah.
Unless there's a swipe, so, you know.
Yeah, I'm a little...
You have to trade into the Piloted Shredder.
These are the kinds of, like, the sorts of really weird decisions that the Grim Patron Warrior has to make.
Yeah.
Those are
This
really
is-
weird decisions.
This is why
the
I like to
perfect
play the
example.
deck.
Yeah.
It's really, sometimes it's really complicated and unintuitive.
Feels like Freeze Mage sometimes.
Oh, man.
Kolento.
I feel like his luck today is just beyond measure.
Yeah, I think God Lento really applies here.
So I guess you charge that. He uses Shade, why? Like, I feel this is the matchup when you actually can
Leave the Shade
delay
live
the
forever.
Shade, whatever.
Does he know it's Grim Patron?
Maybe not.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
But then
That's-
again, it's so weird.
You know what? That's when you think about the players that are directly into the semifinals.
Yeah.
I mean, seeded directly into the semifinals. That's another huge advantage over the qualifiers.
The quarterfinals, yeah,
the
they get
quarterfinals, because
information.
you know, first of all, you have just won a game without playing, and second of all, you know all the decks, like all of them.
You've seen them all in Conquest,
Yeah.
so they had to go through every... unlike maybe the counterpick, the last hero standing, sometimes you could win with one deck and nobody had info. But in a case like this one, definitely not the same.
Slam the Shade. Oh
No, probably
oh,
going to go for the inner rage play.
Okay. I guess he doesn't value the Shade.
If there's a swipe from Kolento here,
There's a Sludge Belcher, so that's not
that's
a
good
huge
enough,
problem.
right? You
Well,
just-
now we can just charge the minion too. But I guess Sludge Belcher might be better.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, he doesn't play silences. That's the one quote-unquote weakness of the deck. It's got no silences. You put on a Sludge Belcher that had to deal with it with over like 3 turns. Or
Or
2
just
turns
one.
sometime. Yeah, and then Grim Patron, if the slime lives, at this point of the game, it's not a big deal because Grim Patron is not remotely out.
Yep.
But
And we didn't see Emperor yet.
But Kolento with the wild growth, I mean, again, an amazing start for Druid.
I guess I will just play the Belcher and go face. Like,
yeah, I'm a
then
boring
then
player
you
like
leave
that.
the Fronting Berserker on 1 HP,
Mhm.
which is kind of crucial. You deny the Whirlwind's value for the floating berserker.
Until Rampage, but there's no Rampage.
Yeah, there's no rampage.
That's kind of unfortunate. It's only played in Worgen, right?
Yeah.
For the extra damage.
Oh, he goes for the trade, I assume. Yeah. So he doesn't want to risk it.
He's still so far ahead in this game, though. Strifecro, no execute in sight.
There's the Patron, but that doesn't change much.
Yeah, he's gonna have to Death Bite this and probably play the Armorsmith.
It's funny that you can't use the Taskmaster on the mini-bot. You buffed it.
You buff the attack of it, and you don't even.
You
damage
give your
it.
opponent
Yeah.
a Big M Hunter on board.
I never looked at it that way, but yeah.
And there's the Harrison Jones value.
What
because there's a
Kolento was
Grim
waiting
Patron. Wow.
There was no better value because denying that AoE effect on Grim Patron Warrior is the best thing.
It's
you can do.
really important. It's crucial.
I'm curious though, how important would Ooze be playable in a metagame like this? It kills Hunter's weapons and it deals with the Warrior's weapons while being a bit quicker on the trigger.
I feel like Harrison Jones
It's
is
just better.
way more valuable
Yeah.
against Grim Patrons than Contra Warriors. It's like so good against Grim Patrons.
Yeah, of course. It's gonna do you a lot more good. I think Strifecro is out of this again.
Wow.
Another
3-0.
blowout. 3-0 again, possibly.
There's no execute to, you know.
Maybe you can Battle Rage into an Execute, and... I mean... Oh, he's going all in, but that's not gonna work.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. That's it. That's it. 3-0 for Kolento. So last
Kolento.
match. Last game, sorry.
There's a Priest left for Kolento.
Priest against Hunter, Paladin, Warlock, and Warrior.
Yeah.
It feels like it's okay.
Priest can do well.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, Priest can at least win one game. The Zoo deck is going to be like, if he goes through everything, then at least the Zoo deck is going to be a fairly relevant match, I think.
That's a quite a good opening hand, I would say, for Strifecro. I would keep everything apart from the Whirlwind. Maybe Grim Patron. I would definitely keep Death Spite and the Slam.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
those are keeps.
I agree with that. I think Slam is, like, if it's not amazing, it's at least card cycle.
Yeah,
If
and you
only
need
for
that
that.
in that type of deck.
Yeah. I might mulligan away Grim Patron. If, like, the thing is, like, against Priest, you have your win condition already there, so...
So he kept the Death Spite and the Grim Patron. He didn't agree on the Slam.
Yeah, but I don't know what he got instead. Maybe he kept it. Maybe the spectator mode is telling us lies.
I have no idea.
We'll see if spectator mode lies. I don't know. Strifecro's hand is gone. Oh, no. He did mulligan it away. He did, however, get another Whirlwind.
Did he get the Whirlwind second time, or did he just...
Yeah, I think that's the new one.
Okay.
This is,
that's quite
he mulliganed it
unfortunate.
away and got it back.
Yeah. Pyromancer is quite good when there's no Fear War X.
And when there's no Grim Patron.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
well.
look at that!
Speaking of the devil.
Well, I guess you play it anyway.
Yeah, why not? Not really a big decision to make here. Free minions.
So next turn, if you don't see a minion, you attack face anyway because you want to play the Death Spider on 4, I would guess.
Probably, yeah. Unless you don't want to telegraph it, which I guess I could understand, but
Nah.
there's more value in probably just going face with it.
Kolento can heal his opponent to get a 1/2 minion.
Actually, he could, yeah, but how much? No, he wouldn't. He's at 27, so he wouldn't summon it.
Oh yeah, right.
You have to be at
no,
26 to do it.
yes, yes. As you can see, I didn't play 20 games of Priest.
Yeah, you don't like it.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, it's fine because once upon a time, like Anduin had a viable deck, and
With the Undertakers.
yeah,
And that's the only. I think that's the only time when I actually played a lot of Priest.
it felt good to play. Now it
Yeah.
feels very wonky, like if you play it at all. But it's not unplayable. It's just very gimmicky.
True.
I remember the days when Amaz was the only Priest player with Zetalot, but
Well, Zetalot was way later than Amaz.
yeah. He's still the only guy who only plays Priest, pretty much.
It's kind of weird that he doesn't play tournaments, right?
Yeah, I guess maybe the amount of classes he has to play.
Feels weird.
Yeah, it does feel weird.
Yep.
All right. Well, Kolento does find a Northshire Cleric. It's not safe from Death's Bite.
It's not, but you need the card draw, and how can you win against the Grim Patron?
Honestly, as I said, I don't know. It's a really good matchup. Like, control decks tend to be easier to handle as Grim, unless they're handlock-like, when they can turn the tide right away.
Mm-hmm. Most of the time you won't be able to steal the Floating Berserker because it will be buffed above 2.
Yeah.
So even Shrinkmeister won't help it.
Yeah, and like once the Grim Patrons come down, it's really
Shadow
tough.
of
Like you have
Pain.
to use Shadow Madness as the best way to do it.
Yeah, that's true. By the way, Shadow Madness on Grim Patron is insane.
Yeah, it is. It's the best way in Priest to handle it.
Yeah.
If
really
it's not
insane.
the only one.
Imagine if you have 2 Shadow Madness, and then you steal the Warzone Commander, and you steal the
Grim Patron. Oh my god.
and then you trade into something with 1 or 2 attack, and you get a
goodness.
Grim Patron with charge, and then you trade again, and like do. You have your whole board.
So Thief Priest.
Thief Priest.
Thief
Yes.
Priest, okay, yeah, I get it. That's a very popular archetype.
Yeah.
At rank
Kinda.
25, up to like rank 17, you have Thief Priest everywhere. Strifecro could get a really good Grim Patron board.
I don't think he wants to play Grim Patron unless he has guaranteed damage from it.
Yeah.
Because the
Alkanite.
Alkanite Circle is too threatening, I would guess.
Yeah, and oddly enough, Strifecro has, I don't want to say no card draw, but almost. Like, for him to win this, he has to find draws very fast.
Yep.
An Acolyte of Pain would be the best.
This is not it.
Yeah, definitely not. Now, Kolento is wondering.
Kolento is also lacking card draw.
Kolento's entire game plan revolves around waiting until Strifecro makes a move, and then he can react.
So what about Shadowwood Pain the Armor Smith? And don't play anything?
Do you need to? I guess it reduces the amount of like health difference that you're creating when damage is dealt with AoE, so I guess you're right. There could be a good argument for that.
As when you play Belcher,
Yeah.
it just dies the weapon, it generates so much armor, and it generates even more armor because the double armor smith will trade with the 1/2 slime.
So Strifecro is going to be able to keep his stuff. Kolento is not killing anything.
That's a great turn.
Um,
This is truly a resident sleeper matchup.
yeah. Welcome to Grim Patron. It's almost as boring as Control Warrior versus Priest. It's almost there, but that's because I blame the Priest.
Yeah,
I blame the Priest because he's the only one who's just sitting there like,
He played 1 card.
Yeah.
No, 2, sorry. 3, because
with no Shark Cleric and the Powered Shield.
and the Power
And,
Master.
yeah, exactly. The Wild
that's
Power
it.
that got taken out. I mean, yeah, it's a thing. But whenever I see those two players play against each other, it tends to be like very long, drawn-out games. So this feels a lot more like what I remember from them when they played against one another.
Yeah. Forehead.
Oh goodness.
Taskmaster, so he kind of wants to bait out the clear.
Yeah, and it's a really nice idea because
Yeah.
once the first AoE clears out of the way,
Well, that's quite a good draw. You drop it instantly, I would say.
I mean he has a death by it. Do you really?
Well, you can.
Okay.
You get the value from it. You won't get more value out of it. Like there's no
Yeah,
chance
right.
you will get more value because when there will be patrons on board, you're already dead.
Nova Shadowward Pain wipes the board with the ghoul, right?
Oh yeah, right. I didn't think about that. Yeah, you're right. That's way better. Never mind me.
But like Strifecro gets 17,000 armor,
800.
800 armor. Yeah, that's a lot of armor. And now my question is, how does Kolento go through that? At any point.
No idea.
It's so difficult. Wow. Kolento killing everything just before Bow Rage is drawn. That
That's
was clutch.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you get in here?
You can still draw 4. You can drop the Grim
I
Patron.
would do that right now.
Grim Patron, Whirlwind,
Battle
Attack
Rage.
Phase, Battle Rage, and you draw 3 cards.
Yeah. I would puke this on the board instantly.
Oh, man, you're so disgusting.
Dance game.
There's an Abomination on board.
Or Sludge Belcher.
Or Sludge Belchers, yeah. That's not Nexomass, man. We don't puke here. That's not the board.
I'm sorry. I am going to gently play my cards on this beautiful game board. So he draws 3 cards off this, which the 3 cards are good, but what's good is the board, like on its own.
And there's no.
You're gonna
Alkali.
steal one with Shrinkmeister Cabal.
It kind of does help.
I want to believe.
You have to do it because you have no other options.
Yeah, I want to believe in this. This has to happen.
If Strifecro draws a Warsong Commander, this is the end of the game.
Not yet.
It is.
Okay, yes. Oh, the draw! Warsong
The
with Frothing
draw.
Berserker. Good game, ladies and gents.
It's like, how much damage is that? That's
Infinite. It's 800. Don't even count.
over 800 even.
Yeah, I stopped counting when I saw 3 Grim
7,
Patrons.
4, 7 plus plus
that's crazy.
2, so that's 9. Then it's 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27 damage.
Yeah, I told you the way. to
Wait,
win-
sorry.
A little
24 damage
A
because
little-
you
yeah.
have no more space on board. So that's 40,
You're at 7 minutes
24
max
damage.
because of the frothing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah, I think that's lethal. What?
Oh, maybe it's not.
How come it's not?
Maybe we're dumb.
No, that's lethal. You get 9
Plus 6.
plus
Plus 15 plus a billion from frothing. Did we just miscalculate?
No, wait. You drop the Warsong Commander, so you have 4 minions on board. You drop the Frothing Berserker, and you get 2 Patrons. So yeah, it's 3 less. So
21?
it's 21, but
Oh my
you
God.
still leave your opponent at 3 life.
Unable to handle Grim Patrons, yeah.
Yeah, so... it's
Okay,
kind
we
of
just missed lethal by not calculating right. Like, we overstated lethal. Grim
That's
Patron
true.
math is actually pretty...
Yeah, I would lose the game. Well, maybe not, but...
I think you would still win.
Yeah,
overall,
I
but
think so.
You'd be close to it. But now there's a chance that Kolento can do
Wait,
this.
it was 5?
Actually,
7?
Kolento can wipe the board. Like, the Grim Patron will not reproduce. This is probably not the wording I was looking for, but it seems appropriate.
In the light's name.
Suddenly, I don't like this. If he plays Circle, it's because he thought his opponent would have played Warsong last turn if he had it.
Probably yes.
Yeah. Oh god, he thought his opponent had Warsong last turn and he would have played it. Well, Kolento's gonna take that, right? I mean, Strifecro's gonna take this one.
Yeah, now it's lethal for sure, right? Yeah.
As I said, Grim Patron math. Oh, I just want people to get in here. I don't really care how many of them do. I cannot even calculate past a certain point. They need to speed up the frothing.
You think so?
Yeah, they like this is going to drive me crazy. If I have to wait for 2 Sludge Belchers to die while the frothing is triggering, I think I'll quit. I think I might just quit the game. Right then and there.
Oh look, a second win.
Hey, look at all those people getting in here. Who are they?
It's crazy.
Oh.
And the Frothing has like 800 damage.
What 9,000?
22.
Good enough.
Ding.
OTK. Alright, so I
So-
got my dose of Grim Patron Warrior. Like, I'm happy.
I
That's
guess that
fine.
was almost unwinnable for the Priest player.
It's almost done. We're getting to the
Yeah.
game as we speak. Priest versus Zoo from Strifecro.
And the Priest opening hand is bad.
I would keep Nova and probably Shrinkmeister just for the body.
I think you have to fish for the Pyromancer and...
So you don't even keep Nova even against Zoo?
Yeah.
Maybe it's
the
not
Nova
good
is
enough
just
anymore.
not enough. 2 damage is not enough, dude.
Yeah. The game has changed a lot
Yeah.
since I played Priest and really... Oh, wow.
Well, that's okay, I would say.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, you can keep the coin. I was thinking about playing 2. Because then you kind of ruin your opponent of
I really like
Tank
Kolento. Like
anything.
those double Northshires are great. You can heal eggs. You can heal anything you can. Like just whatever you can find to heal. Get card draw. Find those answers. Double Cabal. This is just insane for Kolento.
Feels like a really good game.
Yeah, I think Kolento is gonna get a really sick start here.
What about if Strifecro will play that Hunted Creeper, and he will, do you like second Notcher into coin heal? No, no.
I do, yeah. But
mind.
then
Now you
again,
have forward shield.
you're not playing around abusive is the only issue. Yeah, I guess at this point, do you want? I think you still want to draw 2 cards.
Yeah,
it's
I
too
think
easy.
so. Like you can keep the forward shield for the Pyromancer.
Yeah, it's the best card to power shield in this matchup.
Shadow Madness.
Oh
now,
my god!
This is the win card also against Zoo.
Thank you for that, Imp Gang boss.
I still love when someone actually did that to me. He Shadow Madness the egg.
Really, just straight up.
Without the buff.
That's a great play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thumbs
mind
up.
control for 4 mana.
Thumbs
of
up,
course.
man.
And now Circle of Healing. Oh wow!
Shadow Word Pain.
Kolento with the draws.
I think you just kill both 1/1s and Shadow Word Pain, and that's it.
I might power shield, but yeah, it's definitely
You
an
would power
incredible
shield?
draw.
What are you fearing?
Yeah, at this point, just want the card draw, not really fearing anything. That might change his plans, would it? No, not really. Never
Nah.
mind. It's still too good to pass.
Yeah, you still use the Shadow Word Pain. It's just so good.
Yeah, you have Shadow Madness on the back end. You got turn 5 locked down with Wild Pyro, Thought Steal if needed, and then 6 and onwards is just you having fun with
Yep.
the Zoo player.
Yep. 2 Cabal Shadow Priests will seal the deal.
Yep, as they say.
So you have 2 turns when you have to deal with the board, and then you deal with the board by stealing it. Oh, he goes for the draw. Okay.
So he really just wants to get as many cards as he can to handle Zoo's draw. Oh, goodness.
I guess he wants to get the Shadow Madness value next turn.
R&B Cowl is surprisingly strong here.
So you owl the 1/5, trade for it.
Yeah, and then you check for the egg, I guess. But then again, you have no enabler, so maybe Flame Imp is a bit better.
I think the Flame will be better here, but the problem is that there's Shadow Madness, and the Shadow Madness will work with the Nav Juggler into whatever creature, and he can still play. Oh, no, that's unfortunate.
Okay, wait. Is there something awesome? That's the big question you have to ask when you're playing as a priest.
Well,
Wild
you can
Pyro,
play
Shadow
Wild
Word Pain?
Pyro with Circle.
Or no, Shadow Word Pain on the juggler, maybe. Unless you want Shadow
Nah.
Madness. I think I like Shadow Madness.
Yeah,
It's so simple and very straightforward.
very elegant.
Yeah. It's an elegant solution to a very simple problem. Like top 2 + 2 = 4.
Oh wow! Look at
Let me
in-game
change your
boss.
mind.
Still 1 turn, but I feel like Strifecro will just ignore the board next turn.
Yeah, Kolento will definitely not do anything and just take it later.
Yeah.
Unless he Shadow Word Pain something.
Yeah, Shadow Word. Yeah, he
The
can
Flame
Shadow
Imp,
Word
yeah.
Pain it. No, he will use the Shadow Word Pain on the Flame Imp, I guess.
Yeah, that's it. I think so.
The problem is, does he fear Defensive Argus?
With Shrink Meister, like, it would be good on turn 8, but right now it feels risky, yeah.
So
Maybe he does consider...
3, 6, 9, 10 cards. So if you drop the Shadow Word Pain and Fort Steel, you will still overdraw by 1.
There's a bit of a... Honestly, yeah, this is a bit of a tricky spot. As you said, Defensive Argus changes the dynamic of how this turn's going to be played. Because if it buffs anything on the board...
Well, you can still steal the egg.
Yeah, if it doesn't get defended, then
Stealing
it's
the egg
pretty
is not bad.
But yeah,
I would say you can ignore the Defensive Argus if the egg will be buffed, because you
Of
need
course.
the egg buffed to 1/3. If it's a 0/2, it's almost irrelevant.
for you, yeah, it does very little. Thought steals for 2 cards and only finds the 1.
No, he Fort Steel for 1.
Yeah, exactly. Which I find... The reason was
So he
to
doesn't
not
want
cap
to
himself.
overdraw.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, logic. Do you just pop your egg? Because Doomguard?
Oh,
I think I
wow.
do, yeah, I just popped my egg. No, never mind. You're just playing into Wild Pyro too easily.
Yeah.
You're just gonna play Doctor Balance later on.
10-7 Dr. Balance, there's Shadow Word Death for it, and Pyromancer, so I feel like that's handled.
Yeah. He's popping the egg. Alright, Kolento's gonna have a field day on this board.
And a 4, wow. That doesn't really matter.
Yeah, Kolento is just gonna have
Oh look,
fun.
a powered shield. Why not?
Priest just wanna have fun.
Pyromancer, powered shield.
And Thought Steal?
I guess.
mean, I don't even know. Does it matter? Hey, it might matter. Yeah.
Wow, that's so powerful. Priest,
Welcome to
6,
Priest
9, 10.
versus... Wow, okay, and the interesting thing is that Kolento has the answer to a Dr. Boom if it does come out.
So he has to trade and play Dr. Boom, right?
You can't let that guy live, yeah. I don't think there's any argument for that. Like, if he were close enough to lethal, he might consider it, but since he's so far away... you know, we were talking about that, right? If on turn 5 his lead is not massive, it's usually going to be a win for the Priest.
Yeah, and Priest has now 10 cards in his hand. He doesn't even care if he like overdraws.
Yeah, he's got way too many options, and they're all really good at handling the board.
Yeah.
Defensive Argus from the zoo makes this even easier.
So you can play Shadow Ward. Well, Pyroman's Shadow Ward Death seems like the
I like the egg
basic
with
option.
it
So
because
yeah,
of the chance to pop the 4/4.
it's true. That's very clever.
And let's see where the bombs go.
Pyromancer and Bomb.
They're
so
pretty nice. It's
That's
not too
pretty
bad,
nice.
right?
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
That's pretty bad. It's
Yeah.
not bad at all. Oh wait, let's just look at Strifecro's hand.
So he has to tap.
I think nothing will help him in his hand at the moment. And playing Doomguard is like a really high risk, but you have to try it. I mean, even if you play Mal'Ganis, does it even guarantee to win, right? Maybe not.
Well, there's no answer to Mal'Ganis, so maybe
At the
it's
moment,
not so bad.
But you might think there is.
Yeah.
Like Shadow or Death is definitely a possibility. Although if you know your opponent's deck, maybe you're not playing around that too much.
And the Mal'Ganis is
Wow.
kept in the hand.
Strifecro with the perfect.
Discard.
Yeah, this is just exactly what
Light
I was
of
looking
Naru. Still no Alkaniso Priest.
for. Yeah, that could be very important for him.
I like this.
That
Really
defend
like
of
this.
Argus is going to be...
Abusive Sergeant and Defend of Argus is really a great play.
Like low value minions that you suddenly make relevant.
Yeah,
Feels like I'm playing Zoo.
that's a really great play by Kolento here.
This is a bit annoying though. Like for...
So now if you drop the Mal'Ganis,
You
it
don't
doesn't
lose
achieve
Doomguard.
much.
Well, you don't lose the Doomguard. But at least... And you even keep Mal'Ganis probably. I guess that's got to be the reasoning. Yeah.
He saw two Pyromancers, he saw one Depth's Shadow Depth. So I guess you just play Sylvanas, kill the 7-2 with
Yeah.
your...
All day.
I have no time for games.
All day. What a troublesome...
board.
Yeah.
You don't even use Circle of Healing here, whatever. Just doesn't make a difference.
Not really. And like Strifecro almost has to flood the board to make sure he doesn't get punished, but it does nothing. Ah, there's a chance there's Nubian Egg. Well, then again, how does he even handle this? Like, this
So if he
is-
plays, he has to play Voidwalker and Abusive Sergeant and the Egg.
yeah, and everything.
So he has to drop everything. And Kolento has Cabal Shadow Priest, so he can steal one of the options to get Mal'Ganis, right?
Yeah, and then reduce the chances that he gets crap.
Wait,
Actually, never mind that.
never mind, yes. Never mind.
Yeah.
So now we can kill Mal'Ganis, everything gets debuffed to 1-3 and 3-4, right?
What if you...
Well, you can...
You can actually steal it, can't you?
Yeah, you can. You can
Yeah.
play... you can steal the egg, you can kill the 3-5, and... Well, you can steal Voidcaller.
Yeah, you could steal the Void Caller, but I don't know if you really want to. It's going to take a few turns too. It's not really worth it. I think just playing the straight up Shadow or Death,
Yeah, it seems like a
Is-
better option.
yeah.
You kill everything anyway.
And you're still winning. Like it
and you,
doesn't
you
even-
can... You can steal the egg still, so there's like GG.
Yep, typical Priest versus Warlock. When the Priest gets a good start, it's almost impossible to stop it.
There's no way I'm winning that. Priest is that 30 HP.
Yeah.
Full HP,
At the end of the game.
800.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way there for Strifecro to take the game, so Kolento is going to seal the match, going 4-1.
4-1. Second
up
time,
against
right?
Strifecro. For the day? Yeah. The first match he played today, Against his opponent Firebat, he went 4-1, I believe, and then 4-1 again against Strifecro.
Against Strifecro.
And that's
Against his teammate.
Yeah.
And against one of the best players in the world.
Team
Has
kill.
to feel good.
Yeah, I mean, Kolento is at this point, I think, one of the most widely recognized strong players in Hearthstone. Like, no argument being made about that.
Yeah.
And winning so convincingly, like, just proves how strong he is. Like, it's just crazy. And Strifecro is also amazing. Like, that's the thing is, the players that are here at the moment, Kolento versus Strifecro, whoever won was going to feel good about it. Kolento's been very consistent.
There was
and-
no underdog. There was
Right.
no situation when there will be an upset.
Right.
Like those both players can be easily champions of this event.
No surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be like I'd be totally expecting it. If going into the league, you told me which are the players that have the current best record, I have to say, oddly enough, Life Coach, Strifecro, Kolento are three
Yeah.
of the best ones. So
Yeah.
definitely something there. So, I mean, I don't know, Kolento moving on to the finals,
That's true.
guaranteed.